This entertainment and society news segment of the Suburban Radio Hour is brought to you by Olmecs and the Civilizations of the Gulf of Mexico, a fascinating exhibition that lifts the veil on the mysterious, earliest known civilization in Mesoamerica. Presented at the Pointe-à-Calière Museum until September 15th.
Welcome back, Montreal. Suburban Radio Hour. I'm Beryl Wiseman, editor of the Suburban, and now it's time for entertainment with Mike Cohen, and he's got the amazing Race Canada coming back.
Well, thank you very much, Beryl. It's a pleasure to be back on CJD for the Suburban Radio Hour. First off, the country's most watched summer series, The Amazing Race Canada, it's back for its 10th season on Tuesday, July 2nd, 9 p.m. on CTV. And for the second year in a row, there are no Montrealers on the cast. In fact, there's not even a Quebecer. The Greater Toronto Area, of course, has reps on 4 of the 11 teams. That includes former Maple Leafs tough guy Brad May, and it's disappointing for someone like me who's a big fan of the show but likes to see some local people. Nonetheless, it's a great show. Olympic gold medalist John Montgomery is back, so tune in on Tuesday and for the series. Montreal's Comic-Con guest list keeps getting bigger and better. Of course, Comic-Con is coming to Montreal July 5th to 7th at the Palais des Congrès. I cannot wait to get there. I really enjoy going there every year. Lots of fun, thousands and thousands of people. It's a really terrific event. Nick Castle, who portrayed Michael Myers in the Shape in Halloween, aka The Shape in Halloween, and co-wrote John Carpenter's Escape from New York. He's going to be there. Henry Ian Cusick, who I remember as Desmond from Lost, one of my favorite shows, would love to meet him. Kevin Smith. Number of other big names. Lou Ferrigno, the Hulk. I met him a couple of years ago when he came to Comic-Con. So he's coming back. So it's a great event, and just go to the Comic-Con website and read all about it. Trust me, MontrealComicCon.com. Lots of fun. I love to go there just for the people watching, to see all these people in cosplay dressed up. There's tons of booth. There's the autograph sessions, which are fascinating to watch because people are lining up to get an autograph and pay a fortune. And they have a whole bunch of security guards there preventing you from taking pictures. Coinciding with the release of the autobiographical account Je rêvais d'un festival by Alan Simard, founder of several iconic events, including the Festival International de Jazz de Montréal, Les Franco de Montréal, and Montréal en Lumière. Place des Arts presenting a fascinating free exhibition in its exhibition room until July 6th, featuring posters, photos, and artifacts from Alain Simard's extensive personal collections. Sounds fascinating. I'm going to try to get out there myself. You can go to the Place des Arts website and read more about it. Reminder to everybody, please follow me on Instagram and X. Just go to Mike Cohen CSL. I post a lot of links to my stories, a lot of videos, a lot of interesting breaking news. And you could go to thesuburban.com, go to the blog section, look for Cohen Confidential, and go to what I do is my entertainment notebook. I want to thank everyone for listening. I want to thank our team for starting the show on the CJD. It inspired that column, and now I'm doing the entertainment beat every week. So thank you very much. Back to you, Beryl.
Thanks, Mike. That was terrific. And now we're going to go to Jen Cox, who our wonderful features writer, and who spoke with the director of an exhibit that's on right now at the Pointe-à-Calière Museum called Olmecs and the Civilizations of the Gulf of Mexico. Jen?
I'm Jennifer Cox, and I'm here with the Director of Exhibitions at Pointe-à-Calière, Christine. Thank you for joining us, Christine.
It's my pleasure.
So why don't we go through a little bit about this new exhibit? We've been talking about it off air. Tell people what they can expect when they come to the museum and see this exhibit.
It's a great exhibition. They will discover all the main objects about the Olmec. The Olmec, it's the first civilization in Mesoamerica. And they are the first. And also they had great influence all over that area and all the other civilizations that will follow as the Maya, the Aztec.
So I know that there are different aspects of their life that you kind of have these amazing artifacts. Can we talk a little bit? It seems like there's a lot of sculpture to their history. Can we talk a little bit about that?
Yes, they were extremely good sculpture. And we have, for example, we have one colossal head. I think that's the most well-known artifact. It's huge. The one we have, it's a 5 tons object, and it's a beautiful head that represent a ruler. And, there's only 17 in the whole world, and they almost never travel. So if people want to see them, they are really, really amazing. And there's a lot of mystery around the Olmec. And one of those mysteries, because those heads were carved into basalt and they were moved through hundreds of kilometers into the jungle. And we still don't know really how they were able to move those huge rock. So I think it's really amazing to see how huge it is, how beautiful it is, and to try to figure out how they were able to move that.
And not just that, but you can basically, because we haven't figured out a way to decipher their writing as well, we really rely heavily on all these different artifacts to try to piece together the history of this particular civilization.
Yes, yes. They were the first of many things. Like they were the first to bring writing into Mesoamerica. So we have those first piece of writing, and still today we don't understand everything. It's a kind of a glyph writing. It's look a little bit like drawing, but we know that those kind of design were reused by the Maya. So we have the oldest pieces that were found, and we also have piece of calendar because the Olmec were discovered really lately, in the 19th century. And we have the piece, one major piece. It's the oldest piece that was found by Matthew Sterling. It's really a famous person. And with that piece, he was able to put a date on that civilization. So if you read about the Olmec, you will see those pieces in every book or every article. They are really major. So they are defining that civilization and also how we are able to interpret how they were living at that time and what they were doing. So they are really important.
So when people come to the museum, they actually get to see a lot of these artifacts up close and personal that are not often out there in the world. That's pretty incredible.
Yes, we are really lucky, and it's a great chance. The objects are really beautiful, and it's the way to see how great the civilization is and what they create. Like there's another object, we call that Seigneur of Las Limas. It's a beautiful jade sculpture, and you will see some carving on the shoulder and the body. So it's the first carve of every deities that you will find in other civilization after that. So the deities of maize and wind. So every, the Olmec were really close to nature, and they were able to build great cities because they were really able to be in control of agriculture. Also, they were fishing. They were great hunter. So there's a little thing that you will see in the exhibition that are telling that story.
And the best way for people to know what's going on, because you have so much going on all summer, you were saying the best way to keep up if you're planning a visit is to go to the website.
Yes, there's many activities for family during the week, during the weekend. So yes, go to the website. So if you want to come and visit the exhibition, at the same time, if you want to go to a concert and activities, yes, look at the website. There's many options.
And the website is pacmusee.qc.ca.
Yes, it is.
Perfect. Well, great. Thank you so much, Christine.
My pleasure.
That was terrific. That was our very own Jen Cox. I'm Beryl Wiseman, Suburban Radio Hour on CJD 800. And now it's time for the best weather specialist in Montreal, our own Stephen Bellina. Steve, what do we got coming up?
Good evening, Montreal. This is the Suburban Weather Minute on CJD. Happy Canada Day to everybody. We're looking at our third consecutive weekend of rain and showers and thunderstorms. We have not been able to line the weather up, the good weather, to match the weekends, especially the last two long weekends. That is how it is, unfortunately. Sometimes it turns out that way, and with not a lot of weekends in the summer, you try to get the good weather to land on the weekends. But it hasn't been the case. Nevertheless, we've had a lot of rainfall so far this June, 120.8 millimeters as of Friday. The normal is 83.6 millimeters. Now, what all that rainfall has done, it has resulted in a less active fire season, which is good news for Quebec. We've had 197 fires so far this season, according to SOPFU. The 10-year average is 285. Currently, we have 6 active fires burning in the province. Most of them are burning in the Labrador, Newfoundland border area. As such, because we have had fewer fires, we've been able to free up some resources to go help with the massive Churchill Falls Labrador fire that has been burning out of control for a couple of weeks now. So we've sent some bombers and some personnel there to help out. Severe weather, there's been no lack of it this year. 29 confirmed tornadoes now across Canada. That includes 6 in Quebec. That number doubled in the last 2 weeks as we had the addition of 3 EF2 tornadoes that occurred south of Val-d'Or, primarily through rough terrain, through forested areas, so there was very little damage reported. Looking ahead, we've got a zonal flow across the country right now, which means weather systems are moving quickly. What that means is we get rapid intervals of showers, thunderstorms, followed by a couple of cooler, sunny days, and then the heat and humidity build again. We're still on the northern edge of that heat dome, which is spreading heat and humidity across parts of the southeastern United States and the Gulf Coast. We will remain on the periphery of that. And as we look ahead to July, we are looking at a hot, humid month with temperatures above normal and frequent showers and thunderstorms, a typical summer month for the city of Montreal. You can always get an update on the weather at thesuburban.com under the blog tab, the Suburban weather page. Until next time, I'm Stephen Bellina.
Thanks, Steve. That's terrific. I'm Beryl Wiseman. Coming up next on the Suburban Radio Hour, it's time to check out on the local sports scene with Mark Ledbetter. But first, we're off to the CJD Traffic Center.
This entertainment and society news segment of the Suburban Radio Hour is brought to you by Olmecs and the Civilizations of the Gulf of Mexico, a fascinating exhibition that lifts the veil on the mysterious earliest known civilization in Mesoamerica. Presented at the Pointe à Callière Museum until September 15th.